Yeah, that's it. Let's get this started. If you want to share live, everyone double tap the live. Let's get some people in here and let's do something else. Am I gay? No. Me personally, I'm not, but I have no issue with it. But yeah, anyways, double tap. Let's get some debates in there. Anyone who wants to debate, just press the guest request right here and you can you know, I don't think I ever went to your primary school. I'm sorry. I don't think I ever did. I do not. Yeah, no. But anyways, these are debates. I feel like I've seen a lot of it, and I feel like a lot of people are not understanding what I'm saying. I'm gonna be as nice as possible, but I do hope that you guys come with good arguments. I don't remember you from any primary school. I'll be honest. I don't. I mean, I don't know. My day's been fine, but yeah, let's get some people in it. Can you name a car for an edit? Bugatti Chiron. But all right, let me add some people in. But yeah, feel free to make a request, and you can come in as well. But yeah, what you need to provide evidence though. Hey, what you got?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What do you want to debate?
A couple days ago you were on live, yeah, and you said this, yeah, you were like, "Oh, I can never like listen to people that talk about the Quran because the Quran is a book that disrespects women."
That is
I
correct.
wanna, okay, can I see any evidence for that?
In the Surah and Hadith, it talks
Which
about
which 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 surah? Which surah are you talking about?
in the Surah. In the Surah.
Which one? Which
One
one? There's like what?
one
What are you
second,
talking
my
about?
dear boy.
No,
One
I'm not
second.
your dear boy. Don't say you're a dear boy,
Let
man.
me,
I'm not.
let me let me finish what I'm saying. Let me
All right,
finish.
hurry up then. Hurry up, little boy.
You're taking screenshots, but
Hurry up,
anyways,
little
let
boy.
me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it does contain a lot of language that says you can beat women and that you can cheat on your
Where?
woman. These are
What?
present in the Quran and the
Listen,
Hadith.
listen. I've
Literally says,
completed the
quote
I've
by
completed
quote,
the Quran
that you can do that.
multiple times. Multiple times I've completed the Quran, yeah, and I know it inside out. There is
Never
nowhere you
says
can,
that you can hit women or in any way, shape,
nowhere,
or form.
nowhere.
I don't think that's true, my.
Listen. Can you please
I'm
can you get me some evidence where it says that you should beat women and you should mistreat women? If you didn't know in Islam that women are like you're meant to take care of them, like you're meant to. You don't understand. You're just talking.
I don't
Where's your
understand. That
facts?
is not
Where's your
true,
facts?
sir.
Where's your evidence? First of all, where's your evidence? That's what I want to know.
Sir, you
Where's
don't.
your evidence where
One second,
women
my
are getting
boy.
beaten?
Let me
Can you
let me
tell
speak.
me?
1 second. Relax. 1 second.
All right,
Relax.
okay,
You're
go.
very emotional and
Now
upset.
I'm telling you the truth because you just
Let
talk
me speak.
and you think you're smart, but you're not really. You
I
say,
know it seems. 1 second, my dear boy. I know it seems quite tough when you realize that you're because very misogynistic and
okay,
doesn't
can you show
talk
me
about
proof
women.
then? Can you show me proof where it says the Quran? Okay,
Let me finish saying. I
all right,
know
go
it's
on.
upsetting
Carry
when
on.
your book, your Quran, says disrespectful things about women, which
Okay,
it does. It says that you can beat them, you can cheat on them, which are terrible things, and it's quite frankly sad that it supports that. And I'll get onto it. I don't need you to give a whole verbose explanation when I'm trying to explain to you how it shows that. So
okay,
let me explain.
explain then.
It explains. It literally says in the Hadith that you can hit.
Where?
It literally says that
Can you
that
show me? What? Can you
that
show
you
me where? Where? You're just saying that. That's like me saying
in the Surah Hadith. If you can't find it, then
which hadith. I'm telling you, there is no hadith that says that or
there
surah. So you're just waffling. You know that, right? You have no
one,
like sense. You have,
one
you
second.
think
Let
you're
me
so
help you
smart.
out.
You think you're more smart than you are. You know that, right?
You seem to have trouble focusing. That's why you're being very emotional. It's a sign of insecurity when you realize that you're incorrect and that you quite frankly have no justification for the things you believe. It is very obvious that in the Quran it says very misogynistic things, and it's very unfortunate that you're incapable of seeing that. Why I'm trying to explain it to you. So if you want to unmute yourself and actually explain why you
And
think it's okay to do those
listen,
things, then go ahead.
you keep on saying this. You keep on saying the Quran says to beat women, to mistreat women, which is clearly false because you can't bring up any evidence for that. You're saying you're. Why would we follow your word? Because you've got no evidence. You've got no evidence where it says that.
You seem to have trouble focusing, so let me help you out. As I'll repeat
No,
for
no,
the
no.
second
Okay,
time,
can I repeat, repeat.
my dear boy. 1 second, my dear boy.
I'm not your dear boy. Don't call me your dear boy,
I'll
first of
repeat
all.
for the
I'm
second
not
time.
your dear boy. I'm not your dear boy.
It says,
Chill
quote
out, chill out.
unquote, that you can hit your wife, you can
Can
cheat.
you
That's
can you
what
get
it
me
says
any?
exactly.
Where does it say that? Can you tell me where? Like where in the Quran does it say that? Where in the hadith does
Surah
it
and
say that?
Hadith. I've repeated it multiple times. If you can't comprehend that, I don't know what else to say. It is quite unfortunate that your books are very misogynistic because I love women, I respect women, I have a very high standard of what women are to me. Women are very high on a pedestal, and so I treat them with respect. Unfortunately, your book does not do the same. So for you here to come and spout nonsense and not acknowledge what I'm saying is quite frankly unfortunate. Anyways, let's have the next person in here. What a start! What a start! I miss these.
That was interesting. That was interesting. My name's Mark. I'm an atheist. It was more to challenge that.
I don't know what's going on here. Stop spreading misinformation. Could you come and prove how it's misinformation? I'd appreciate that. If not, then I don't know what you're trying to say. Hey, what you got? It does say you can beat
I've
women.
got a couple questions. Is that all right?
Go ahead.
So first, how long have you been vegan for?
So this is a debate stage, not a Q&A. So I'd appreciate if you had some good debates. And you guys trolling in the chat, you think it's funny to make fun of the suffering of animals is quite sad and unfortunate. But by all means, keep going, Nate. Hey, what you got?
Hi.
What do you want to debate?
Well, what's like wrong with also being like vegetarian instead?
Well, you're still exploiting animals. You're still causing the animals harm and suffering. They still have to be exploited in terrible ways. Veganism is about the minimization of the harm of suffering. So I'd appreciate if you wouldn't even exploit them and eat their products that they were forced to get. It's not a very moral thing to do. That is the whole reason why I'm vegan.
Yeah, but do you know when like chickens like have to lay eggs?
And we don't have to eat them. They didn't lay it for us to eat. They laid it to reproduce. So why are you exploiting their reproductive system? That's not a moral thing.
Oh.
Okay, you're welcome. I educated you. Have a nice day. Does anyone have any good points? Go eat some leaves. Like, you guys are really strawmanning me, and it's quite sad that you're strawmanning instead of engaging properly. Hey, what you got?
Yo, what you saying, bro? Just
Debate.
got so what does it say in the Quran then? Where?
Do I need to explain this again? It's pretty obvious that you're.
Let me tell you something. I don't want you to explain what it says. I want you to explain what verse, not what it says. What verse?
Thank you for the roses. In the surah and the hadith of the Quran, which I'll repeat.
What verse?
Second, my dear boy, let me finish. Let's
Go on.
check in that we're here on Earth and that we can engage rationally. Unfortunately, I know it's upsetting when the thing you believe in is very misogynistic. I'd be upset too, but you have to acknowledge and engage critically and
So you're racist.
misogynistic things.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you're racist. That's all I'm hearing.
1 second, my dear boy. It's not about racism. This is about women, respect for women, showing kindness to women. Women have had to go through so much through history, and a book that says you can beat them, people following that is quite dangerous because they might get the wrong ideas of how to treat women. That's the point.
I define misogyny.
The hatred and contempt of women. It's a pretty easy definition. Do you understand how saying you can beat a woman is showing hatred and contempt? Or you have a trouble focusing? You can't understand that.
What do you mean I can't understand?
Do you understand why saying you can beat women is misogynistic, which is what the Quran literally states?
Where?
In the Surah and Hadith, I've literally just explained it to you. Are you paying attention, my dear boy?
Do you know how many pages there are?
Why would I need to? What does that got to do with the debate? You're trying to distract from the conversation by bringing up pages. That's not what I mentioned. What I meant was,
what will the misogyny be written on then? Pages? What page?
sir, it's not about pages. It's about the book and the area of the Quran in which
It is. Well, a book is full of pages, isn't it?
Sir, can you pay attention? Are you listening to the words that are coming
out? Are you listening to what I'm saying, though?
Sure. Shh. And listen.
Brother, shh.
1 second, my dear boy. Hold on a second. Let me explain to you exactly why it shows these types of things, saying you can cheat on your wife, which is a very terrible thing to do to a woman. Women who are meant to be respected in society and loved and showed kindness to. You're saying you can beat them and cheat on them. I don't know how you're misinterpreting that to not being misogyny. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
What verse and what surah?
I just said the surah and the hadith. It's 2 books.
Okay, what verse?
See, what you're trying to do is you're trying to distract the
What verse?
conversation. You call it a red herring. I just said the verse.
You're ignoring the question completely.
I just said the verse if you were paying attention. I really hope that you're engaging and you're listening properly.
You said the surah,
In it again.
not the verse.
That's exactly what I said. And I said the verse as well. If you were paying attention, it should
Repeat it because my phone's glitching out.
Okay, well, I'd suggest you go and fix your phone before you come here and start saying that I need to repeat stuff because I already said it. Hey, what you got?
Hello?
What do you want to debate, sir?
You're saying that I want you to back up your claims about the what says in the Quran.
Yeah, I did back up what it says in the Quran. You can read it for yourself.
Okay, the guy before me said what verse?
Sir, if you were listening, I already mentioned that it's not hard to
No,
find.
you didn't.
Surah and
No, you didn't.
It's very easy to find if you are paying attention. Are you paying attention,
No, you
my
did
dear
not.
boy? You seem to be struggling with this conversation. I just said it. Thank you for the gift.
Okay, say it again.
Sir, I'm not gonna say it again because you weren't listening. See, you're just wasting my.
Okay, back up your claim. Back up your claims.
Sir, I backed up my claims. Unfortunately, it does say that in the Quran. What do you want me to do? It's not my fault it's misogynistic.
Okay, give me proof. Give me proof.
The proof is in your book. On paper, we can read it word for word.
Okay, bring it up. Okay, show me it. Show it to me.
1 second, my dear boy. Saying that you can hit women and you can cheat on them. That is not okay. And that is immoral. Do you know what immoral is?
Yes, okay, I agree with that. But where does it say in the Quran that
Why it's seen
you have to beat women?
Relax
Where?
a second, my dear boy. Shh. Do you recognize why it is problematic when it says you can beat women and you can hit them in a book and people read it and can interpret it as mistreating women, which is not okay? Do you understand why I'm coming to that conclusion? Or is that too much for you?
Okay, just answer the question. What verse does it say in the Quran that you have to beat women?
My dear boy, I think your memory is a bit errant because I repeated it 3 times, but it's unfortunate that you weren't listening. So if you could pay attention, then it would really help.
Okay, I'm paying attention right now. Just say it. You keep on kicking people after they ask you the question multiple times and you don't answer.
1 second, my dear boy. 1 second, my dear boy. Can I just ask you a question? You know Muhammad?
Yes.
Can you tell me how he relates to Aisha in the Quran?
He married her,
Okay.
right?
Okay. 1 second.
Okay.
I just got a question for you. At what age did he marry her?
I don't know, but
Oh no, have you not read it? You've not read the Quran? Because I know the age. I'm just
you
wondering.
haven't.
You
You
know.
haven't. You have not.
Sir, you're avoiding the question. Could you answer the question, please? I just want to know.
Okay. Okay. 9.
9 years old. Okay. Do you think are you okay with that?
Okay, look. In today's age, it is illegal to marry someone under the age of 18. Okay? The
But
media.
would you say Muhammad is like God? Would you say like he's God's like, you know?
No, he's a prophet. He was sent by God.
Right. Okay. So is he someone you look up to and you like obey and respect?
Yes.
Okay. So do you agree with everything he does,
Yes.
including what he did
What did he do?
about marrying Aisha when she was 9, which you just admitted?
Okay, I am explaining why.
Okay. You seem to be avoiding the question. You seem to be avoiding a question, which is why it's quite sad. So I'm gonna bring someone else in. But yeah. Let's move on quickly. Everybody double tap the live and also feel free to subscribe. It helps go a long way. Subscribe to the live.
Nope.
Hey, what you got?
Nothing.
What do you want to debate, sir?
So I just
Thank you for the heart. Feel free to subscribe as well. It helps go a long way. It helps keep the lives going. And yeah, just double tap, go subscribe to the YouTube here, and yeah, double tap and become a subscriber on live as well. Hey, what you got?
Yo. So, even if God is imaginary, why does that mean I should go vegan?
Sir, those aren't related to each other. Those are segments. Are you able to discern that they're separate and that each one stand on its own? So what do you want to debate? Your mic's a bit low. You need to turn it up before I add you. I don't know why you guys are upset at me. I'm merely asking what your book says. You should be able to explain it.
Hello.
Hey, what you got?
I don't know if you kicked me or you made me like glitch out. But anyways, listen.
How old are you?
Listen to me.
I need you to answer that question, my dear boy, or else I can't debate with you. God is our Father. Where is your evidence that He is? Where is your evidence that He exists? Hey, would you go?
Hello, bud.
Would you want to debate, sir?
Well, I want to agree with you on God is imaginary. Evolution is a fact. The one I wanted to question was what you said before about eggs. When somebody was talking about eggs before. Did you know that 85% of eggs actually don't turn into anything to do with chickens? They literally just go to waste.
Okay, well, if it's guaranteed that no chicken can come from that egg, then fine. But if it's the case where a chicken will, you're ending a life, and that is a bad thing to do, which you should not be doing. Do you understand that?
It can be, yes, but at the same time, you're also like, what would you do with all the farms then? The rear chickens, what are you going to do with them?
Now, care for the animals instead of killing them or hurting them. It's not a complicated concept.
But then how would they make money?
Well, you got to find another place. It's the same with the slave traders. When the slave trade stopped, how are they going to make money when slavery's illegal? Well, they had to find another way because they couldn't keep doing those immoral things and keep hurting other people. That's the point.
The problem is they already had established businesses after the slave trade was discontinued. The slave trade started in Africa, so what happened there?
Sir,
They didn't have
talking about that one individually.
Yeah.
So
well, fair enough.
Moving on. I'll add you back later, but I just want to add in someone else. Also, feel free to subscribe. That helps go a long way. It helps the lives go on more, and it helps me keep streaming. So feel free to subscribe. Just press the link in the bio and subscribe. Helps go a long way. You guys need to provide evidence. You need to provide good arguments. Your arguments aren't very good. It's a bit wishy-washy and mixed up.
Hello?
Hey, what you got?
What's up? So I don't agree with that God is imaginary.
Okay, where's your evidence He exists?
So first of all, we can't disprove that God doesn't exist. We also can't prove that He exists, but there's evidence for that He does exist. So I would say that life can't come from non-life.
1 second, my dear boy. So you're saying you're admitting you cannot prove God exists?
Yeah, but we also can't disprove, but we can only provide evidence for His existence.
Right, what's your evidence? Because the evidence is not convincing me that He's real. So please show me your evidence.
Yeah, no problem. So I would say if we look at the beginning of the universe, I would say there has to be a transcendental cause. I would also say that we only ever see that life comes from life and not from non-life. So that's more evidence. I would also say that...
I mean, because you're skipping around the place. You said there has to be a cause. Why does that need to be the case? Can you prove that?
So there had to be an uncaused cause to the beginning of the universe, right? So I would say it can't be an infinite regression of the universe because that's a
case. Where's your evidence that that cannot be the case? How do you know that something had to start the universe? Can you provide that?
yes. So I would say infinite regression is illogical because we can't see an infinitum in our reality. So to say that
case, well, could you answer that? Why that could not be the case?
Okay, I'll give you the premise why. So if there is an infinite series where every member has redness in another, so let's say you have a red ball, right? So this is just to try and explain it to you, right? So if we have a red ball and it has redness in itself or it's painted red, okay? Then the next one, the next red ball, it was either painted red or it has redness in itself, but there's still a beginning where red had to originate from. So not actually talking in the premise of color, but we're talking in that the redness must proceed from something else. So then if no member has redness in itself, because we know a red ball, for example, it doesn't produce red by itself. It has to be painted red, let's say. So if no member has redness in itself, then no member can have redness in another. Oh, don't remove.
Nah, you're getting removed. That made zero sense whatsoever. You need to actually come with a proper argument. I don't know what you just said the word red for 20 times. That's not argument or evidence. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, you need to provide valued arguments if you're gonna claim a deity exists, especially one that permits slavery and mistreating women, which is quite frankly unfortunate that yours does. You don't need to give a long verbose explanation on things that are quite frankly not true, because it's just honestly a sign of insecurity and a sign that you don't really know what you're talking about. So if you could provide evidence, that would really help. Where you said 9 when she was married, she was 17. No, it literally says in the Quran and the Hadith that it was 9 years of age that Muhammad married Aisha. Like, it was 6. I think it was something about 6 as well. Which, hey, I'm just merely stating what I'm reading. Do we need to go back to this topic? Like, I merely stated it. Also, feel free to subscribe as well. It helps go a long way. I'm pinning it right here. It helps go a long way. It helps the lives keep going. But what do you want me to do? Like, you can't get upset at me for something that what you believe says. Hey, what'd you go? And hurry up and join. It was 6. That's I don't know, man.
Sorry?
Hey, what'd you go?
You don't know what? I never even asked.
What do you want to debate, sir? These are the debate topics. Can we hurry up, please?
Don't call me sir, yeah, you don't know my pronouns. God is imaginary. That's your own interpretation of it. Go vegan, nah, eat meat. Evolution is a fact. Prove to me that evolution is a fact.
Debate? What topic do you want to debate? I don't need you to read what everyone can already see. Please pick a topic so we can debate. What do you want to debate?
So,
thank you very much.
What I want to debate is, why don't you let people speak and have a civil discourse with you? You just cut them off.
1 second, my dear boy. Are you paying attention?
I'm not a boy. Don't call me dear either.
Let me help you out, my dear boy. So these
That's
are the
creepy talk.
Let me speak, because
okay, so God is imaginary. Let's debate.
Okay,
God's imaginary. Let's debate.
You picked a topic that we can debate.
What do you mean
what's
finally?
This.
Well, you're speaking for about 30 seconds.
What's your evidence he exists?
There's no.
So why do you believe it?
I didn't say I did. What's your evidence he doesn't exist?
Sir, do you believe in God or not?
Don't call me sir, lady.
All right, you seem a bit lost. I'll put you down now. You guys need to provide evidence. This is embarrassing. You just got bigoted beliefs and no evidence for any of them. Hey, where'd you go?
Oh, hello?
Would you want to debate?
If God's imaginary or not.
All right, do you believe in God?
Yes, I do believe in God.
What is your evidence?
I'm only recently reborn to Christianity. It was only this week that I was baptized. And for a long time, I was very atheist, and I had probably very similar beliefs to what you had.
Okay,
until I saw
you that he exists, that convinced you he exists. Where's he?
Honestly, you've probably heard this 100 times, but I cannot prove to you that God exists if you don't have faith. It's when you choose to have faith is when you will see for yourself.
You seem to have trouble focusing, so let me help you out. You can't.
No.
1 second, young lady. Let me finish what I was saying. I'll let you speak. Let me finish now. Thank you very much. So as I was saying, you can't tell someone, that's like saying, trust me, bro, or believe it, and then you will believe it. You can't say I need to have faith. Faith is a bad basis for believing things. If I have faith that the earth is flat, that's not a good basis for believing anything.
The whole basis of religion is faith.
And that's why it's a bad basis.
Okay, and all right, so moving on from that point, moving on from...
Let me finish.
No, let me speak now. Could you at least speak with me with respect, please?
Close your lips so I can respond.
No. The next point I was going to make is, this is only an observation that I've had recently, is why...
I'm going to mute you. As I was saying, it's a bad basis for believing things, because guess what? You have no evidence. It's just why we have so many religions. Everyone thinks they're correct. Muslims think they're correct. Christians think they're correct. Buddhists think they're correct. Everyone thinks their individual one is correct, but no evidence for any of them. So why do you believe? Could you show me the evidence? Thank you for the roses. Also, feel free to subscribe. That helps go a long way and it helps keep the lives going. Press the profile, and subscribe as well. Like, it's unfortunate. So can you show me evidence of that? You can unmute your mic as well. And also, ma'am, I just want to ask one thing. Just one thing quickly. Are you there?
Carry on.
All right, pay attention.
Mhm.
In the Bible, it says that you can take women as slaves, and the women should not speak in the church. Do you agree with those things?
Well, I believe that the Bible is a very old book. It is it is probably the oldest book in the human history. But moving on from that, because I feel like you've put me in a position where
Question. I didn't hear an
you've got
answer.
me, you put me up against the wall to an extent.
Lady,
But
I didn't hear an answer.
the next thing I wanted to say, please now let me speak. You've asked your question. Let me
You
speak.
can answer it. So I'm gonna ask the same question again. Is it okay to take women as your slaves, beat them, and a woman for not speaking in the church? They're saying you can't speak in the church because of your gender. Do you think that's okay? Please answer that specific question and don't make a long verbose explanation.
Okay, well, of course not. But not once have I been to a church where I've not been able to speak. That's not true. That's not in today's society. That's not what happens. And secondly, what I wanted to say, no, right, don't cut me off. What I wanted to say is
But the word of God never changes. The word of God never changes. God's morality doesn't change. Thank you for the gifts, Chris. Appreciate the gifts a lot. Thank you very much. Also, feel free to subscribe. It helps keep the lives going. The word of God never changes. So you're basically saying God is wrong if it says it in the book. It was Paul who said that a woman should not speak in the church. God literally permitted his own creation to go and get other slaves as their property. And you're saying that is okay? That is not okay, ma'am. It is not okay to treat women like that. It's not okay to treat you like that because of your gender. I respect women. I respect them and show them respect. Women are to be respected. It's International Women's Day on March, and we're still having debates that women cannot speak in a church, and you're accepting that? Are you kidding me? That is not okay. Women should be respected, revered, and held to the most high because they are amazing people. And I'm not going to permit or tolerate any misogyny towards women. I'm sure your sisters, mothers, aunts, nieces, you have female friends who you would not like to be spoken in that manner. So I'm gonna let you finish. Please carry on and explain to me why you think that's okay. That's all I want to know. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
So, I do think also that you claim that to respect women and that they should be spoken to with respect, but you have not spoken to me with respect. You have interrupted me and you have muted me more than I've heard you mute anybody else on this live. And now let me finish and don't interrupt me. And I also think that the fact that humanity for thousands and thousands of years have believed that there is a higher power and has believed and had faith that there is more outside of our existence for thousands of years. That's been an ongoing belief. That can't have just come from nowhere. That can't have just come, like, someone couldn't have just pulled that out their ass. You know what I mean?
Why would that not be the case? There's different religions. They can't all.
There's different religions, but all trying to explain the idea of a higher power and a god.
What you're saying. Close your lips so I can respond to what you're
Right,
saying.
again, you're being rude. You're being very, very rude. And do you know what? I don't even believe that you can.
Let me finish what I'm saying, because I'm trying to refute what you're saying, but you keep talking over me. As I was saying, just because people believed it for a long time doesn't make it true. Not only that, but different religions means different people think they're correct. How ironic. How, wow. They all think they're right. So which one would be correct? What test can we do to prove one is correct? There's thousands. It's ridiculous at this point. This is mind-boggling. This is genuinely mind-boggling. Not only the Bible, but the Quran as well. The Quran has so much misogynistic language. It's disgraceful. All think they're correct, the others wrong. So I'm going to add some more people in. Please provide evidence, because this is quite frankly unfortunate. Hey, what you got?
Can I just ask a question?
Go ahead.
Where is your proof that God is imaginary?
No evidence of his existence. And depending on your God, there's internal inconsistencies in his existence.
That's what I have to ask. So you have no proof that God is imaginary, you're just saying that?
Depending on your God, we can find inconsistencies in your religious book that kind of defeat his existence. I will make an argument that.
Not about me, but about you.
What'd you say?
I'm not asking about me, I'm asking about you.
What religion are you, though? Can you tell me that? What God do you believe in?
I'm Christian.
You're Christian, okay? So the
Yes.
Christian God, again, in terms of Christianity, there's so many contradictions. It wouldn't make a God be feasible. Hence, that's evidence for him being imaginary and non-existent, because
So your
contradicting
proof
being
is
cannot.
inconsistencies.
There's a lot of logical inconsistencies. Like, why do bad things happen?
Because they just do. Like,
What do you
bad
mean?
things happen because
Is God good? Does God
no,
want
because
bad things?
bad things happen when people don't follow God's will.
Okay, so why do people not follow God's will?
Because they have free will and they choose not to.
Oh, okay. Does God have free will?
God is God. Of course he has free will.
Does God always choose the right thing?
How do we know what's right?
Is God doing the right thing? I'm not talking about us, I'm talking about God. Does he always do the right thing?
How do we know what's right?
Ma'am,
God is higher than us. We can't
so you're saying
decipher
God could
if
be
it's
bad?
right or wrong. If it's
One
good,
second, young lady, are you saying God could be bad?
I'm not saying that.
So does God do the right thing all the time or not? Does he do bad things?
Yes. He does the right thing all the time in his eyes because he's God. He's the creator.
Ma'am, I think you're a bit confused. So
I
let
think
me
you're
help you out.
confused.
1 second, young lady. Does God do the right things or not? It's not you're trying to overcomplicate a very simple question. God, does he do correct things or bad things? Is he good or evil? Do you know what those mean?
God is good.
Ma'am, I didn't ask you if God is God. I said, does he do good things?
Yes, he does good things.
All the time? Is he perfect or not?
God is perfect.
Okay, so you said he's perfect and he does good things and he has free will, correct?
Yes.
So why couldn't he make us that way, having free will and always doing good things? Why couldn't he do that? And he's all powerful. Do you agree on that?
Yes.
So why couldn't he do that?
Because he chooses not to.
Okay, so he's not good then. Because if he was good, he would choose to make us, good as well, like him. It's not complicated. Hey, what you got? Hello? Hello? Okay. Someone's scared. Copycat. Also, feel free to subscribe. It helps go a long way. Go check out the YouTube as well. You can watch all my other debates. And feel free to subscribe too. Helps go a long way. I'll pin it right here. Subscribe to the live. It helps the lives keep going and all of that. Can someone please